made it to February. Yay! I had to go look to make sure I did January. February went by so fast. I wasn't positive. Time flies, you know how that goes. Anyways, we are doing a flip here of our 2019 February Fauxbonichi journal. And yeah, so this is my cover page. It's just a piece of simple stories, scrapbook paper that I cut into pieces and made a border of. It's not like this in the sheet, and then added February 2019 to it. All right, it was an artsy month. I don't know, winter, I get to be artsy in the winter time because I have time and I don't have a lot to put on my pages, so I can fill it up with color instead of memories, because after a while laundry can only be written so many times. But on the 1st of February I received these little, I had ordered off of Amazon these little tiny bottles. They're so cute. They're little tiny bottles to make my own Distress Oxide sprays out of the re-inkers, and this is was me playing with them, and it worked really good, and just some stamping and that kind of stuff. I have before shots of all of this either on my Instagram account or on my Facebook page, which you can find the link down below. So if you want to see what the pages look like before I scribbled all over them and put photos down, I post the blank before the pin pages to my Instagram and my Facebook page. So if you want to see, well, we'll do the commercial. If you want to see the finished pages up close, I post them on my personal crafting Facebook page and in my Fauxbonichi group, and all of that links are down below. If you have questions, let me know. If you do this type of journaling, come join us in the group. It's a blast. We have a great time. Anyway, so I got the little bottles and made sprays out of them, and it worked really, really well. Picked up our order from Swanky Roots. They had these bok choy, and we got Tatsu microgreens and stuff, so that was fun. And I started to do a photo a day challenge that lasted, I think, for 2 days maybe. And the first one was a picture of me. So, picture of me. And alright, Saturday I got the menu plan for the week posted to our Living Whole Food plant-based group, and the photo challenge was a favorite thing. And I don't drink coffee very much anymore. I used to drink cups and cups of it a day, but when I went whole food plant-based, I took a year off. Well, year and a half. I said if I reached my goal weight, then I could have my coffee back, and found that I didn't need it back. So now I just drink it as a treat, and I like the Folgers Natural Vanilla as my favorite. And more spraying in the background, and using stencils and stuff like that. So I was showing my Living Whole Food plant-based group what our refrigerator looks like once it's packed for the week and ready to go, and we were comparing empty refrigerators versus full refrigerators, and at the end of the week my refrigerators are always bare. There's nothing in them, so we don't waste any food, and we don't have to throw anything away or anything like that. So that was kind of what we were sharing on the group. And I got Dale's lunches done for the week, and we had the most, it was such, the challenge was orange, but we happened to have cantaloupe that day, and it was such a bright orange cantaloupe. It was just beautiful. And we had stir fry. It's getting cold. This is nothing. I thought this was cold. We had like below 0 temps for this coming week expected, but March wiped the floor with the cold weather. So far, I mean, we've had wind chills in the last couple of days, 40 and 50 below 0. Yeah, no. Anyway, so that was Sunday. And then on Monday, oh, I was posting to my Living Whole Food plant-based page tips and tricks on how to store vegetables and things like that. So the first one that I posted was how we store our spinach. We get weeks out of our spinach instead of a few days, and so I was posting how to do that. Cold weather. Oh, it was cold. Wind chill 25 below 0. burr. We had salad rolls. Josh and I had salad rolls for lunch. And then I found this quote. It says, when you start eating without labels, you no longer need to count calories. And that's one thing that I'm often asked about whole food plant-based is, you know, you guys have lost over 200 pounds, you're off all of your medication. What amount of calories did you eat, or what portion of, you know, protein and all this stuff? I have no idea. If you eat whole plant food, you don't have to count any of it. You don't count calories, you don't count protein, you don't count carbs, you don't do any of that kind of crap, and you just lose weight and get healthy. And I tell them it is better than a pill in a bottle. It's so easy. And anyways, I had this conversation with this lady about, you know, what do you get, all of this, and it just fit it. So I thought that was good timing in my news feed. Let's see, the background on this one was just a sticker and some washi, and more stenciling and blending with distress oxides, and then I sprinkled it with some Gansai Tombi, I think is how it is pronounced. I don't know. Anyways, gold paint. And then today's tutorial type thing was how I store my mushrooms, because we buy mushrooms huge quantities because it's one of our favorites. And I thought it's always funny when people ask how we buy vegetables. We buy them by the truckload, not by the carload. I liked this quote: when a diet is wrong, medicine is of no use, and when a diet is correct, medicine is of no need. And I can't tell you how many people I could point you towards to show that that is true, besides my husband and I, who are now off all of our medication just from eating right. We made Mexican, I think these were the Mexican egg rolls. Dip them in salsa. Yep. And then what you do is this is tofu, and then we use corn and black beans and that kind of stuff. All my recipes and stuff are also on my Living Whole Food Plant-Based page. Anything that we eat goes on there pretty much. So if you ever are curious. But Josh was rolling up the egg rolls. It's not egg rolls, it's egg roll wrappers, but you stuff them in full of, like we did Mexican this time, and then you can air fry them. If you steam them and then air fry them or bake them, they get nice and crispy. Like if you deep fat fried them, it's basically the same idea without the oil, and oil's really bad. So that's what we were making there, and they were a lot of fun and turned out yummy. Let's see. I'm learning that I've skipped pages because they don't stick together, but they're so thick by the time I'm done with them. Oh, these were so good. We made barbecued baked seitan, and it's made out of Vital Wheat gluten, which I know doesn't sound appetizing, but I can honestly say in the 3 years that we've been doing this barbecued baked seitan is probably one of the best things that we have ever eaten. If you like barbecued ribs, barbecued you could do it pulled pork, but that kind of barbecue dripping in meat, you know, that kind of thing, this is a recipe for you. It is, I swear, probably one of the best things I've ever eaten. It's that good. Anyways, this is a picture of Joshua putting the ribs bake together, and it's really simple. That's what's so amazing about it. And then you just use your favorite barbecue sauce, and I'm glad we made doubles. We pigged out on it. Anyways, we also, I did a tutorial on how we store our green onions and how you can grow them from scraps. You can get like 1 or 2 different growths out of your scraps. I wouldn't go any further than that. They start to get a little bitter. And then for the background on this, it's distress oxide blending with some shadow stamping, and you can kind of see it's shiny on there. I don't have a good silver paint. I wish Gansai Tombi came out with a silver set, you know, like pewter and platinum and silver and that kind of stuff. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Why they have a gold set, not a silver one, I don't know. But these are stickers that I printed out on transparent sticker labels, and so it's just a sheet of stickers that we put down, and they're real easy to write over. Joshua and I had sushi that day, and we've been getting microgreens to stuff our sushi with, and it was really good. And I had these beautiful mangoes, and it was delicious. And I thought this was a funny picture of Benny. He's like just hanging on with one paw onto the bed, and Sophie's pigging out on it. And then more crazy weather. Nothing in December, nothing in January. February shows up, and wow. And then March, it's been crazy. But yeah, so I just printed them out, and I put some washi down the side because it didn't go to the sheets are only 8.5 by 11, and it doesn't quite reach so to print. But who cares, right? Alright, so this one, I didn't like this background. I tried to use acrylics and some other things, and it's really difficult to write over. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but it was really fun to play, so that's okay. And that day I posted my Fauxbonichi flipped. I did a tutorial on how to store miscellaneous vegetables and prep them and that kind of stuff, how we do our peppers, our carrots, and our potatoes. Josh is making salad rolls, and we have this really long counter, and so we put everything out and then roll them all up. And I loved this comic here. But anyway, so that's that. I like the colors though, the teal and the I think it's cracked pistachio and wilted violet probably are the main colors there. I loved I every once in a while I have a thought on something and I have to write it down, and so for me this was one of the thoughts I had. It's an uncomfortable truth. You most often suffer because you're stubborn, not because you're out of options. Willingness to change means choosing to no longer suffer from your stubbornness by choosing to try to make actual changes in treating the illnesses that you are suffering from. Long-term permanent solutions do not always come in a package, a pill, or a procedure. Long-term permanent solutions most often come at the end of your fork. And it never ceases to amaze me that people will go to great lengths to swallow pills that they have no idea of what's in these pills, what the side effects of these pills are. I mean, because you're giving those little teeny weeny pamphlets that fold out to about here that are in microscopic words, and nobody reads them. Nobody looks it up. Nobody questions their doctors. They just take this stuff blindly. They have these procedures blindly. And even if you think you're in the know, it's just incredibly frustrating when somebody comes up and says, listen, before you go to that extreme, why don't you try to change what you're eating? And that freaks them out. Taking a pill, they don't know what's in it or what it'll do to them, that's fine. Having a procedure, a surgery or something like that that they don't know the consequences of, or they understand them but it's normal, those are totally fine. Being sick and overweight seems to be totally fine, but if you offer them a way out of it that comes with food, they freak out. And I don't understand it. My husband and I have this conversation a lot because I just don't understand. But anyways, I got our order from Swanky Roots. This is Saturday, and we took the barbecued seitan that we made the other day, and we made barbecued sandwiches out of it. And I'm telling you, best thing I've ever had. And this is our homemade bread. Did I mention we eat a lot of good food? But anyways, I don't know why I felt the need to do this page, but I wanted to do a really dark page. I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't go through because I spray with the Krylon matte finish spray. But I wanted to try to use really dark colors and really saturated colors and see if I could push the Krylon to its limits, and it stayed just fine. There was no bleed through or nothing. Here's some more of that gold starry colors. You know, y'all know the one. If not, I have on my Facebook page is all the information about how all of these pages are made with links and all that kind of stuff. I don't have any secrets, so if you want to know, let me know. Our weekly menu got posted, and Joshua had the coolest ice frost thing on his window, and we got a picture of that, so that was really pretty. And I'm always scared to use black like this. It's scary, but anyways, it's all shiny. See. All right, and then I hit a milestone of 16,000 likes on my Living Whole Food plant-based page, and we're like at 17 something for followers, so that's kind of cool. So I wanted to do a celebrate type background, like confetti poof, you know, and I used the Artist Loft watercolor palette set, which was a mistake because the colors are awesome, but they're so chalky and they chip off. And so when you write over them, they come off. They just pop off the page. But it looks good, so I liked it. And this is done with ink tint. I printed this label out and then I went over it with ink tints. And I have a video, I think, on this one. Some of these I may have videos for, but I'm terrible about linking things. They're on my page if they are. We made an egg salad sandwich, and I used to hate egg salad. It was mayonnaise-y and squishy, and I hated it. But I've been really trying we've tried hundreds and hundreds of recipes, so I'm gonna try this one because everybody keeps raving about it. We've had it like a dozen times since I tried it this day. It is probably just second. No, I think it beats the barbecued seitan. Yeah, because we've had it a lot. It's really, really good. And you use this black salt, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce the real name of it, but I call it black salt. It's pink. But it tastes like, it gives you that eggy background. It doesn't taste like eggs, but it gives you that eggy background and this eggy... It's crazy good, and it's one of our favorite recipes, and it's probably the top talked about recipe that we've posted in a long time because it's just good. If you're scared of tofu or you're new to tofu, this is a perfect recipe for you because you can't tell there's tofu in it at all, even though it's the main ingredient. But I did post a video on it on this page. And then we had spring rolls. We have salad rolls and sushi and stuff a lot. It's our favorite go-to for lunches, so you'll see that a lot. I was using up paper because, like I said, winter's hard to come up with things to write about other than, hey, it's food, it's laundry, it's cats, it's kid, you know. So I played with, this is one sheet of paper that I covered this side with it, and then all of these are cutouts from it. And my favorite quote about keeping memories is, preserve your memories, keep them well. What you forget, you'll never retell. And I believe that with all my heart. You can only remember so much. And if you don't write it down, you won't remember it forever. And so that's why it's my motto for doing the Fauxbonichi, is the fact that we need to keep our memories written down. Not just the special occasions, but the everyday things. But anyways, I got some journaling done, and then all of this stuff is cutouts and that kind of stuff, and it's inked, and as you can tell. I was having a cranky day. I don't know what happened. I never have cranky days. I'm probably one of the most positive people. I don't have bad days, but I woke up this day in a cranky mood, and I went to bed on this day in a cranky mood, and luckily it only lasted that day, so that's okay. But it was just weird because it was just cranky. But I did a video on the celebration page, and I also started a business page, although I don't make money off of this. So yeah, they call it a business page, but it's not. I don't know. I don't do business. But anyways, for my Mouse Potato Designs on Facebook, that link is down below, so that I could post all of the before the pin pages and that kind of stuff. Basically the same thing I'm posting on Instagram, but I still keep my private pages. They're not private, I just don't want them posted to the internet on my personal crafting Facebook group or my Fauxbonichi group. So that's what this is about. But yeah, it's just miscellaneous yada about me starting my Facebook page. The funny that I was having such a cranky day, so I decided to be more social. Anyways. Alrighty, more stenciling. I saw a picture above a fireplace on Pinterest that inspired this page's colors. And they're not my comfort zone colors, but I really like how it turned out, and I think it's pretty. And I got a somewhat pretty picture of Miss Sophie, and I ordered some dark rye flour to make bread with. And I've been making my own bread, and I thought it was so hard. I've put off making it for like 2 years because, oh my Lord, you can't bake bread. That's hard. It's scary. No, easiest thing ever over, you mix the crap together, it sits overnight, you dump it in a pot and you put it in the oven. Poof, bread. It's so easy. But I wanted to try it with rye, and so it worked out really, really well. More ink blending with the oxides and some stamping, and it was cold, and so Miss Sophie was in the warm towels because they know it's coming. When it comes out of the laundry, they jump into it immediately. And Josh was out snow plowing the driveway, and so I got a good, it was sunny, but boy, it was cold, but he was out doing the plowing. And then this is what happens when you put a sticker on Cricut. It won't stick, but I don't care. Whatever, I turned the page. And then I didn't have much to say here, that's why it ended up being a sticker, but it was a total flop of, I haven't put down a sticker this bad in a long, long time. But anyways, I was sent a book, a recipe book, to try some recipes out of, and so I posted that I had received the book. It was a very generous gift, and it was very nice of her. And so I found a bowl meal to make, and it was really good. And so there's that. More stenciling, and this is water smooshing. You know, you put the ink on a plastic, spritz it and onto your page. That's what this is, with there's stencils and inking and all that kind of stuff. And it was Sunday, so it's menu posting day. I post all the menus, and like I said, here's that egg salad again. This time I just put it in a bowl with some microgreens, and that was what I had for lunch because it was good. Watercoloring using lots of water, and as you can tell, I didn't let this dry, and doesn't that just irritate you? Oh well. I don't care. The backgrounds are for me to play on during the present, and the memories are for the future, so I don't even know what'll survive in the future, so I don't let it bother me anymore. But it's weekend bread baking, and we made these smoky tempeh tomato pesto sandwiches, and I wouldn't bother with the tempeh on this again because you couldn't really taste it. Tempeh is a rough one. You either like tempeh, which I do, or you don't, and it's a little harder to work with. I like tofu much better, but the sandwich was really good. And then I got my pantry all cleaned out and organized, and so we were sharing pantry pictures on the Facebook group, and so yeah, I used to have a pantry that would probably fit in this book. And now these are two huge walk-in cabinet type things. Well, you can't walk into them, but they're that big. I just think that's kind of funny. But another page, watercoloring, and this is a stamp, and then this is rub-ons. And Benny and Fred have a love-hate relationship. Benny and Fred, which is one of my Roombas, he just hates them, and it's his mission to block their pathways when they are turned on. He'll go and he just lays there, and they just bump into him, and he won't move at all. It's the funniest thing ever. But roasted vegetables that day, it's always funny. You have these huge sheet pans of vegetables, and then you roast them, and it's down to nothing. 6 below 0 with a wind chill of 30 below. Yeah, it was chilly. And then I did a video on this page. I think, no, I did a video on this page though, so it's up on my YouTube channel. I need to do that more often. It's the only way I'm going to remember what I put up there. All right, where are we at here? Okay, oh wait, this is Lyra. This is oxides. This is Lyra crayons, which are my second favorite thing in the whole wide world. It goes Distress Oxide inks, Lyra crayons, and Inktense pencils. Those are my favorite if you ever wanted to know. But those are Lyra crayons, and these are Lyra crayons also. And they are the best watercolor crayon ever. I know people love the Neos and all that kind of stuff, but if you want just as good a quality and without the second mortgage for them, they are probably my top recommendation for watercolor type crayon things. They're just amazing. But I was cleaning out my junk drawers, and I ran across the Tim Holtz mister thingy. You know, you stick a pin in it and you squirt, 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 and it sprays. Well, I wanted to try to do it with a paintbrush and some reinkers, and it worked really good. So if you have that and you don't like to use it with your markers, you can use it with a wet paintbrush. The local aquaponics farm had pak choi, and I'd never tried that before, so the guys picked up some pak choi for us to try. Let's see, here we go. And then my family has reached 3 years being whole food, plant-based, no oil on this day, and you can read all about my journey if you want over on our Living Whole Food Plant-Based page, but I of course had to put it in the book because I want to remember it forever. We've been, you know, we're 200 pounds down. We have no medicines to take anymore. We have no chronic illnesses anymore. We have blood work that makes 20-year-olds jealous. It's really an amazing experience, and I just can't recommend it more, especially the older you get and the more chronic illnesses that start to stack up. This is for you. It's great if you can get the young ones going, and I'm so glad that Joshua's doing it at an early age, and I hope that he sticks with it, and I'm pretty sure he will, since he lectures me when we go to the grocery store to make sure we stay on track. But for the older people, whoops, sorry, don't bump that. The older you are, the better this is for you. If you are 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, this will work for you. It will change your life and change your health, and it's not a sales pitch. There's nothing to buy. It's all free, which is what turns most people off, because, you know, if you can't pay for it, it must not work, right? I'm telling you. Anyways, we roasted up the pak choi with some shiitake mushrooms and put them over noodles and made a ramen soup with it, and it was really, really good. I did a video on this page on how to do it, so it's up on my YouTube channel, and I also did a video on this page, and it's up on my YouTube channel. And now you can kind of see what the refrigerator looks like at the end of the week. All I've got is pickles in the back. So it's basically empty. This is just, then I'm trying to catch up. So when I try to catch up, I fall back to just grabbing a stencil and doing blending, and no spraying of the pages, nothing. I just try to get some color down so I can cover it up with my journaling and stuff. And so that's what this is. It's a stencil and then ink blending with the oxides. We picked up our order up for the week, and we got our bread baked. And I found these beautiful, well, I didn't, Dale brought home these beautiful wall stickers from Dollar Tree, and I can't wait to use them. I have a plan for both of them, so that'll be fun. More stenciling. There are no videos on this, but the blank pages, again, are on my Instagram and my Facebook page, so you can see what they look like when they're not loaded up with the memories. But it's cold. Really, really cold, and we got weird snow that blew in weird circles to make really weird it was just weird snow. So Dale took a picture of that for me. When this is the middle of the day, and look how dark it is. And yeah, our menu went up. There's the egg salad again, I'm telling you. And then I got Dale's lunches ready for the week, and he usually has a great big bowl of something along with carrots and a couple pieces of fruit, and that's what he takes to work. Again, more stenciling and that kind of stuff. I've been told this looks like gold. It's really weird that it does, but it's not gold. It's antique linen. 7 below zero. Power went out at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was out for 2 hours. Thank goodness we have a generator, because our house dropped. We live in an old house, and even with it all sealed up for the winter, it was so cold and the wind was blowing so hard outside that our house dropped 15 degrees in 30 minutes. So thank goodness for the generator. And my friend, she's in the Fauxbonichi group, but she's also in my Living Whole Food Plant-Based group. She's taking a college course, and I'm so proud of her. But she had to do a talk on somebody that's like an expert or whatever in the whole food, plant-based food, and she decided instead to do it on me. And it was, oh my gosh, I'm not used to being the center of attention on anything. And so it was very flattering. She did a beautiful job. She had a whole video that she recorded so I could see it, and I was just so proud of her. And so, yeah, so it was very flattering, and I hate this page. I hated it when I started it. I was stubbornly trying to use this napkin, and it just, I should have just, I don't know what I should have done. It was just white paint over the top and pretended it wasn't there. It just kept getting worse and worse, and I just hate this page. But oh well, I kept going. Your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. And I totally agree. So my positive thought on this page is to turn the page. I just hate it. And that almost never happens. And that's how bad I hate this page. But we got tremendous amounts of snow. I mean, feet of snow. Thank goodness we have the ATV this year, because we got feet of snow. And then I ordered some pins and stickers from Amazon, and they showed up today. Poor mailman. Yeah. And then, again, more snow. And this is kind of cool. It's a silver pen. You probably can't tell. And depending on how you look at it, it's dark or it's really light and it goes away. It's kind of cool, I thought. I made nachos because this is how we eat. I love nachos. But I made a big plate of nachos. I actually got some of them before the kid tried to take my hand off for them. And we made lemon chili cheese chips for the nachos, and they were just really, really good. And we passed 16,500, and it was just a pretty picture of all the snowflakes were like huge. It was amazing, just amazing. And yeah, good eats. Oh, nachos. It reminds me, I gotta make pizza this week. Anyways, I ordered these stickers, okay? These stickers showed up. I thought they were so cool, but here's what happens when you don't read what the stickers say. They come saying weird things, okay? Like the Queen's Kiss, or MT Tibbets, or Professor of Music, okay? And I'm assuming they're for collaging and stuff, but I thought they were like craft colored normal sayings, and they weren't. So I'm like, ah, crap, what am I gonna do with this? So I just put a whole bunch of them down with some Tim Holtz washi tape, and then covered the whole thing in antique, different kinds of vintage photo walnut stain brush corduroy, and I think it kind of looks like leather a little bit. Anyways, I tried to cover it all up. Anyways, so that's how it worked. But it was so funny because all you could see was Benny's feet sticking out. He was like, he sleeps like Superman with his feet straight out in the air. And then this was hilarious. Benny's butt is from here back, and Sophie's front was showing, but it looks like this weird long cat in the picture. So I thought it was funny. All right. Oh, hey, that's the end. You survived. There comes March. Gold. I'm not really a gold person, but I love these paints. They're so pretty. Anyways, if you have stuck with me for this long, bless your little heart. You needed a lot of coffee. This was my February Fauxbonichi. All my links down below are down below with more information, where you can find information about each one of these pages, the groups, my social media, blah, 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 yada, yada. Ask questions if you have them. Leave a comment. I like those. And I do respond to comments, and I don't know. I don't make money off my videos, so if you want to like it, that means that you liked it and you're sweet. If you don't want to like it, I don't care. It doesn't matter. So subscribe if you want. Yep, I'm one of those weird people. Not trying to make a buck off of every single person. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I will see you in the next flip. I hopefully, don't hold your breath. I don't know when I'm going to get a background one done. I'm trying. Don't ask. All right. I'll see you in March. Wait, it is March. Bye. Bye.